All right, guys, what is going on? This is Matt back again for another backtesting session on USD Swissy. We ended up $11,000 up on the last session, and so yeah, let's go and go. So what you'll see here again, just recapping the higher time frame. So we had a fair value gap on the bearish side that got broken through with a fair value gap on the bullish side. This is going to be used as the area of accumulation. You're going to see some messages, but I apologize about that. What you'll see is break up, we shift market structure again, fair value gap right on the bullish side, we have fair value gap on the bear side. Beautiful, used as an area of accumulation to break back up and break out, take out market structure highs. So ultimately we are in a bullish state in this move, but you get some sort of pullback back down into the range, potentially even right down to this monthly fill right here. Okay, and ultimately I think the final target is going to be above this high. That's what I'm anticipating. Get it above this high, these equal highs right there, and we'll see if we can see price climb up. So you can see at that same level, at that same monthly high, is also a weekly breaker. Why? We have a low, a high, a lower low, a higher high like that. There's your breaker like so. Okay. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. That's what I can see, and we can see a nice fair value gap right here on the weekly. So we do have to be cognizant of that. I'm going to use these blue lines as our weekly fair value gap. Okay, and I'm looking at taking this high up here. Now, one of the things that we do have to be cognizant of is the fact that we have a low and we have bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle. Okay, is this just going to continue to sustain bullish candles and go up? So one of the things that I'm going to be looking at actually as well is that this previous weekly high is going to be used as support and potentially continue back up if it doesn't get down into this fair value gap here, right? If it's going to go up from this level and just continue to create higher highs on the weekly, I'm going to be looking at that. So let's go to target up there, and again we're going to be looking at this as a target as well. Okay, so that's our weekly. So weekly bullish, monthly bullish, and you can see here on the daily, what do we have? We have a fair value gap right there, right at that same level as that weekly high / daily order block. I can actually move that daily order block or that point of interest down just because we have that fair value gap at the same level. So let's just see. I'm going to be looking at really both of these levels, level 1 and then level 2 for longs, because you can even see right here we have a smaller time frame fair value gap or a daily fair value gap. So if it does get back below this level and wicks back down, we're going to want to go long from here and take it back up. But as of right now, the daily is in a bearish state until we see a change, right? So right now we took out liquidity. We're creating lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So I'm anticipating more downside. That's it. Okay, if I'm looking at potentially where I could be looking at getting in on a position, I would probably say within this candlestick high. Let's see. Sorry, I keep getting messages right here. Yeah, I would say I'm definitely looking at targeting this low and London low right here. Okay, so that's going to be my main draw on liquidity. This is obviously the higher time frame draw, but as of right now, we're in a bearish state, right? I mean, there's no question about it. Consolidation, manipulation, distribution, consolidation, manipulation, distribution. And so now we're looking at potentially coming back up above this liquidity pool high, using this as the strong high, weak low, and then coming back down into the range, at least down to this fair value gap, at least down below this low. So that's what I would anticipate. Now, if I'm looking at the current day, which is this Monday? Okay, so this is Monday, this is Tuesday, and that's the 30th. So this is actually going to be NFP week. What's this? Manufacturing PMI. Yeah, so FOMC on Wednesday, and then Friday is NFP. Yeah. Okay, so big news week. There's going to be a lot of manipulation. Probably going to set a low or a high, depending. We'll see on Wednesday. If it's down here on Wednesday, I'm going to be looking to take it long because that could potentially be where we have Monday, right, high, and then we get low Wednesday, and then something like that to continue back up to take out the high like that, and then NFP either, or we'll see. Again, doesn't even matter. At this point, I'm looking at this high, these highs as the I want to see those getting taken out. Let's see if we're actually at an OTE right now from Monday's high. Okay, no, OTE is literally right here. Okay, so this is where I'd be looking to accumulate shorts. Personally, yeah. I can also see it going down literally right from here, but just according to my strategy, I want to wait for major sweeps on sessions first before I look for anything like that. But if anything, I would honestly look for shorts within this fair value gap. Like if I was an intra order flow trader, I'd be looking for shorts right here. Let's see. Yeah, no, I don't like all those equal highs regardless of what happens. So this is probably, let's see what the 1 hour looks like. Yeah, this is going up, and I'll tell you why. We have a sweep of major liquidity. We have rejection block over here on the hourly, 15-minute order block. We have equal lows right here. You can see it came back right back down to the most extreme level. We have a nice clean leg right here. You see on this, we took out a low fair value gap. The fact that this just closed above that fair value gap is literally is a good sign for upside for me. I know we are bearish overall, but the fact that we have these equal highs right here, and again, we didn't even get into the OTE yet, which there's some equal highs even right up there. So what I actually might do, is do a position right here where we have sweep on liquidity, we break back up, sweep, we have a nice clean leg. So I might take a risk position right here. Okay, manual position, put my stop below this strong low over here. But by the time it gets up to midnight open, like I'm just going to be managed at break even. And then by the time it gets up into these equal highs, I'll just be out of the position entirely. This is just order flow reading. And again, this isn't my strategy per se, but it's one of those things that where when certain things happen, it's almost like, okay, there's a lot of confluence here, and it's like I might as well be looking to take this, because I know that we're likely to get up to here, and I would prefer to look for shorts above this high. I wouldn't look for shorts anywhere at this level. It just doesn't make sense with all these equal highs up here, and the way that the order flow is setting up, where we have a 1 hour order flow, and then we have also a strong low right here. So again, it's very likely that we're going to pop back up, and I would even prefer to see it get back above this high. The thing is because this is just a short-term play, and it's in the opposite direction of the actual idea, then I just want a quick order flow play, right? So let's just see what happens on the 1 minute here. Yeah, just straight up. Okay, so right here, as soon as we get back up into that level, like I said, at midnight open, okay, which is basically in this fair value gap and all this traffic right here. You see this? Because if it's going to go down, it's probably going to go down right from here, right? Where we have consolidation, and then we have this rip back out. We're retesting that consolidation. So I prefer it to just sustain bullish order flow like this fair value gap. There's a little fair value gap right there, but I would just prefer that to sustain. So let's just go to break even, and let's just let it roll. See, so again, what do we have? We have order block, we have fair value gap right here. We have those equal highs. So I'm confident that this is going up. Okay, reclaiming that old fair value gap. Nothing's changed. There we go. So at this point, I could be moving my stop loss below this low because that has been now fully reclaimed. We took out a swing low. We have actually a breaker right here. And again, I can actually move it all the way up to here because we shouldn't get up into this level. And again, I'm being aggressive with it because it's just a pullback position, right? There we go. Boom. Done. There's our 2.3R. And so if I were to look for shorts now, I'd want to be looking for shorts from either here. My stop loss would have to be above this level though, like above this high, because this is the true, right, consolidation, manipulation, distribution. This could be used as inducement, this could be used as inducement, and then this high could be sustained, right? So if I were to look for shorts, I could be looking at it like this. Okay, OTE play, stop loss above that high. What is that? 16 pips. And then target could be down. Again, look at that. It lines up pretty well with that daily order block. I would personally just target that fair value gap right there for another 2.3. If I were to take this is the old Casper trading strategy, right? On the 15 minute, you can see, look at 15 minutes, swept the high, broke back down. We're about to take out liquidity here. And so, yeah, what I would do personally though is wait for, see a purge, and then maybe on a 5 minute shift in market structure, and I can look for shorts back down. Yeah, what time is it right now? 10:30. Yeah, let's see. Let's look on the 5 minute. There we go. Okay, so we just purged that high right there. So again, if I actually took an entry right from here, this would probably have been a better scenario. Honestly, 12 pips for a potential wherever that target was, 3.4, potentially even down to the daily, but I would just hit that daily fair value gap, honestly, for 3R. And realistically, we just shifted market structure right here. Okay, we have a clean leg. We do have traffic here, but again, I'm more bearish on this now that we took out liquidity. Okay, so let's see. We broke back down. We can get back up into our fair value gap. We can get into OTE right here. And so we can even get a way better risk to reward by targeting that. Look at that, 1.5 standard deviations lines up perfectly with the fill, but I would probably just target the open of that right there. Let's see what time it is. Maybe we can get a nice London close play here. So I'm just gonna take a risk on it. I'm gonna go 50.5 just because it is London close, but I'm really adamant on this thing coming back down, specifically now because we just hit the, we just purged that high into this order block here. So let's just see if we can get tagged into it. Okay, we got tagged. There we go, we shifted market structure now. So again, we mitigated, allowed price to mitigate this rejection block up here, sustained it, and now we just shifted on the 5 minute right here again. So if this was during session, like during a decent hour, I would probably be looking at scaling in again like that and just shorting it all the way back down into this level. But I'm not going to do that because yeah, it's already late. But now we broke back down. We have this that swept a low, it took out the high. Well, it didn't fully take out the high, but in regards to the bodies it did. So I'd be using this as more of a mitigation block right here. I don't think it would get back above that. So just because of the time, I'd move my stop to break even. And if we can get back down into this New York low, I would be looking to take out my position, or partials at least. See, it's going to run late into the day, or it's going to run into the next session. Let's see if we'll get taken out. It can easily take us out, right? Because we're right in that fair value gap right now, but I don't think it will because we have the big mitigation block there. So let's see. All right, so we're switching over sessions. Let's go to the Asian session. So I want to see if it's going to run in Asia. Let's see. No, it's not going to. Probably gonna take us out, honestly. New midnight open. Yeah, just because it literally just I knew it, and now it's gonna absolutely die because now we just have consolidation. We just manipulated Asia, and now this thing is gonna absolutely rip to our target. But it's all good. It is what it is, right? I shouldn't even have taken that position anyways, just because of the timing of it, or I should have been out of my position here anyways. But all good. The timing was off, so I don't always have the most confidence when we take those. But you can see here that this was actually a really, really good opportunity to go short right up there. If we were just using the shout out Casper, his strategy, right? Obviously, if you just go from the 618, you would have been in a little bit lower. But just to make the play a little bit easier, you could have longed it or shorted it right above those buy stops. So buy stops up here, buy stops up there. You could have put in your position right there, and then there you go, take it down to somewhere in this fair value gap. So let's go to the New York session, and you can see perfect. Let's go to the daily again, see what's shaking. Okay, so again, we're still, the daily is now expanded down into this level, right? We hit the rejection block right here. Boom, that's where the high of the day came from. Okay, right up into that level where we shorted the previous day. You can see, hits it, boom, breaks down, comes back down to this level, into this order block, like so. And so we're likely gonna hit a reaction right here. Why? Because we have a daily fair value gap, daily order block, looking for something in and around this level, okay? Looking for something. But what's here? Yeah, PMI. So let's wait for post PMI. It's just consolidating. To me, this is going to go down again. Yeah, there you go, PMI. So again, just to reiterate, where is it looking to go? We slid through this, we're sliding down, okay? It looks like we're gonna seek into that lower fair value gap. That's what I'm anticipating, but we're still in that order block. I don't like it because we have equal lows here. And again, I would like to see it take out this low and then we can look for longs, right? So it plays in the opposite direction, okay? And if I'm looking at this consolidation from this high to this low, do we get any sort of standard deviations? Well, we have this one here. I really like this, like the 1.5. So 101.275. Right, consolidation, break back down right now, right, where we had up candle, swap liquidity into that fair value gap. Now it's just going to retest it, break back down, I would anticipate. Again, it's already late in the day. Oh, is it? It's FOMC. Ah, okay, so it's FOMC coming up right here. That's why, so we'll wait for post FOMC. Okay, so immediately shoots back down into this level. This is where I would be looking for longs, right? Post FOMC plays, we have equal highs right here too. So let's keep an eye on the 1 minute. Maybe there's something that that we could be looking at here. Okay, so right here, we took out that liquidity. We just shifted market structure right here. We do have a little fair value gap right here as well. Right, we have consolidation, manipulation, and then distribution. I know we could come back down a little bit more. What's it looking like on the 5 minute? We got our swing point on the 5. 15 minute, we're gonna fail, right? I think it's gonna close back up into the range, honestly. Yeah, this is just the conference after. But what I would anticipate is that price is gonna come back down into here, stop loss below there, and potentially we can have a really, really big long play here. Where's the equal highs again? I know that there's some equal highs up here. Well, relatively equal highs right there that we did the little purge, but there's the daily high up here that I think we can get to, because this is Monday right here. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, and this has really just been Monday, Tuesday consolidation, Wednesday breakdown, so we could easily come up to Monday's high, but at least Tuesday's high, and that would just be a massive, massive, massive run, right? Like, I mean, 12R. In fact, I don't even have to look at that fair value gap. I could literally just enter directly off of that. I think that would be a more suitable play, considering we already did shift above, right? We shifted above here, closed above, so ultimately this should be good to go right here. So I'm just gonna market execute for 1%. And I'm just gonna be cognizant of the rate decision, or the conference after. Okay, so we got the rate decision, boom, comes back down, we take out a low, we break above a high, we shift, we have a fair value gap on the 1 minute, we have equal highs right here. So by the time we hit these equal highs, I just wanna be managed, I just wanna be at break even, because I don't know what's gonna happen. And again, this is the daily fair value gap, because what I'm anticipating is that potentially the daily is going to close back up into this fair value gap and use it as a support, right? So this is just the most extreme point on the day, and I have to be managed really by 15. So I want to see price be getting up into this level by that time. So let's see. Okay, so it gets down to that fair value gap, breaks down. Okay, there you go. So this is actually even better. I thought we might have we were going to get stopped out there, but now that we have the 5 minute, it's even better, right? Where we have this down, we failed to create a lower low, and now we're just getting above this high right here. Boom, right there. That to me, in this fair value gap, this now looks like it's going to rocket. Okay, and I was exactly right. Didn't think that, I didn't think it was going to happen like that, but all good. Regardless, this was a beautiful play. So now we got back up into these equal highs. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to manage. I don't think that there's any reason why we should get back below. And here, I'll just take this off actually. I don't think that there's any reason why we should get back below that up candle right there. It just, yeah, we have this order block still. It could fade back in, but the fact is that we don't have much time remaining in the day, and I want to see the day close up above into that fair value gap. If we close below this fair value gap, that's not a good sign on the daily. It means we whipped through it. So yeah, I would just be cognizant on how this daily candle closes, but 3 p.m. is typically where you want to see it up by. Yeah, so there you go. So we took out London's high right here. or New York's high, sorry. Took out that liquidity. I'm just trying to think, like, how's the daily looking? Because if this is the low of the week, I mean, we could definitely be getting up all the way up to that high. I just don't want to push my luck, to be honest. Like, this is already a massive trade, massive position. So I definitely think we're going to be getting up into these daily highs, but end of the session, we took out this liquidity. Okay, you know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some partials off the table right now. Literally no point in leaving that out. So let's go 50% of the position off the table. Let's move our stop to just above break even, cover for commissions and spreads in real life. Right, there we go. Yeah, this thing is mooning. It's going straight up to the high. Okay, so let's go to the next day. Just leave a runner on. Did I go to the next New York session? Okay, perfect. So where's my targets on the day? I'm expecting at least daily high. We also have a daily high right here, which it just purged a little bit. So what I would anticipate is probably price to come back down into this level, you know, maybe somewhere around here, right? Where we have London's low, London's high, maybe 50% discount, somewhere around here, either right here or right here, and we'll just continue back up, or even a sweep and then up like that. So then we have consolidation, manipulation like that, and then continuation up. So we have a couple of scenarios that we could be looking for right here, but definitely I think we're gonna at least get down into discount in that price leg. So let's just see. Ideally, yeah, I would like to see these lows get rinsed, to be honest, equal lows, at least that. So let's see what's shaking. Again, no positions for me though. Like, there's nothing that I'd be interested in taking as of right now. Yeah, so it looks like we're gonna just support that. We just shifted market structure back up on the 15-minute, which typically will indicate the move for the day is still gonna continue up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so inefficient run up. We have 1, 2, and then the 3. Sorry, let me mark that off. We have 1, 2, and this is the third run, potentially running daily highs. So I'm gonna be very cognizant of taking out a position here. I'm gonna take partials out. Let's go again. Let's cut off another 50% of the whatever is left on the position. This is typically how I scale out of positions. Let's go to 5-minute. And again, what time is it? 9:45. Yeah, I don't like how it's reacting at this high, to be honest, especially because this is the third run. We have consolidation, and then we have, 1, 2, 3 runs to the high. Sure, we did poke through it a little bit, we didn't poke through it a little bit. So what I would assume, it might still sustain here, but we're at London close. Let's see. No, okay, so it's gonna come back down to take out these lows. And like I said, this is what I wanted to see getting taken out at the beginning anyways, potentially even take out this low as well. Let's see. Did it already take it out? Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if we just get a long right from here, honestly, but I would wait for the 5-minute. Yeah, as soon as you get a closure above there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scale into this. I know it's a late position, London closed position, but we could start to see at least this high getting taken. And so I'll probably just scale in like that, 1%. London closed play. We just closed above this level. So I'm confident that we would be going back up. We have equal highs. We just took out major liquidity right here, took out major liquidity right there. We're in a bullish state. So I still believe that we're going to come take out this high and that high. But I think on this scale in, I would just look to take out the first high, honestly. There we go. So again, we failed on the 5-minute to come back down lower. Now we just broke up. So if I didn't enter there, I would have entered here, like almost certainly, just like that. Okay, so it would have been this essentially the same position. Let's see what happens. It's getting super late, right? Like, I mean, it's already super late into the session. But let's see. Let's keep the position going. I think it can still come back down and use this as a support. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move my stop below right here. Shouldn't get back down to that level. And again, I think it's very easily going to get back up to that old high. a little bit out of my strategy in the sense that I don't like to take trades that are going or like this late in the day, because there's a lot of manipulation that happens right now. Watch, look, in 5 minutes you'll probably see a sweep or something. You'll start, or it'll just blast up. Let's see. Yeah, see shit like that. But that's okay. Again, I'm just really adamant on this going up. We just took out sell side liquidity into that point of interest, and so yeah, definitely looking for upside. Let's go Asia. As soon as, yeah, sorry about my dog, guys. So as soon as we get a nice expansion, I can just go to break even. At this point, there's really no point in trying, you know, trying to hold it or anything like that, or trying to leave the full risk on. There we go. So we hit that first level. That's where that scale in position was from. Okay, yeah, sorry about the dog, guys. Brutal. And now, is this Friday? Okay, so this is at FOMC or NFP. So I would assume that we're going to come take out these highs. Like, the way that it's going up is a little bit fucking slow. Like, you can see it's like this channel. So, and it right now it looks like 1, 2 on this time frame. So this is potentially the third run on this time frame. And if we take out the weekly high or the Monday's high, right, the current week high, sorry, geez. And if we get up to there, I think that that could be a pretty decent reversal back down, or it's just going to rip through all this because our higher time frame bias is up. So yeah, let's just clear off everything first for right now. Clear off everything for right now. Let's look at the daily. What's the daily looking like? I mean, we respect it here, so why would I anticipate shorts, right? When we're holding daily fair value gap, daily order block, it did whip through, but we closed back above, right? The wicks do the knocking out, but realistically, it's the bodies that tell the actual story. And if I go to settings here and I go to symbol and I go to wick, you're going to see this is still in a bullish state. I mean, you look at that and you say, oh yeah, there's nothing bearish about that, right? Those wicks don't mean anything. I mean, they just grab liquidity. That's where you want your entries to be, in the wicks, and then you know, let the bodies do the talking. And so yeah, I mean, I would expect this to just continue back up, but the only thing is that's concerning is on the lower time frame where we have this big rejection block here above this current weekly high, right? We have current liquidity high right here. We have or current weekly high right there. We have weekly liquidity equal highs right here. So yeah, I would target up to this level, and that'll probably be done for the week. But let's see what NFP has to say. And again, are we up at 8 o'clock right now? No, let's go to New York session. So we didn't quite get back up to that level, but if I were to wake up in the morning and I'd see how price is developing, I would definitely be, I mean, we're pretty close to the take profit, but let's just go another 50% off, and so at least we close 75% of the position in case this wants to run, because I could also see this, like, you see this massive clean leg right here. Okay, you see this massive clean leg. Let me just mark it out with a rectangle. I would not be surprised if this news leg gets fed back into. I would not be surprised with that. Just the way that this is going up right now, it's very much corrective, you know, and we're going up correctively to take out liquidity high and potentially up one more time to take out another liquidity high here. But let's see what NFP does. And yeah, this low should not get violated, right? We should just continue. If this low gets violated, then what we don't, or that's not what we want to see, essentially, right? Okay, so it took it out, came back up, almost came back up to the take profit. Literally, we were probably, what was that, a couple pips? Not even, 1 pip away. And so now let's see how this is going to close. How much time do we have left? 8:35. The 5 minute looks disgusting, right? Where we just took out London's high right here. We just closed below this level. Okay, what do we have right here? Services PMI. So we have another PMI. We have another event right here. But ultimately, this looks incredibly bearish. And it looks like all this liquidity is going to get rinsed now. I'm debating on taking a potential sell. Let's see what is the size of the stop here. 10, 18, that's way too much. Because this old fair value gap was just broken. Okay, so this should have been the thing to sustain. We break back out. What we can do is just take our stops up a little bit. Like that, we can put our stop right there. It shouldn't get back above that high, but again, where's our target? Down into here, right? This could be a little hedge, right? And we can start to look at targeting the major liquidity pools right here. Let's see. All right, so there we go. Let's hedge in a position right here, and let's go to the 1 minute and let's see if we can get tagged in. Okay, we get tagged in. Okay, we take out major liquidity. Again, I don't want to be in a position by the time the services PMI is, like, I want to be managed before then. And so you can see we just took out a major liquidity pool right here. You can see that we actually have a last up candle right there. So this one should be protected, and I'm going to be protecting it before any sort of news. But yeah, looking at this low, I'm looking at really these, you see Asia and London, how they were basically equal lows. And then we have that big fair value gap. So I think we can seek into that level. Let's go. I'm looking at this right here, this fair value gap should hold. No, we're gonna get tagged. Okay, so I'm debating on taking out my position but we're up 10 pips before PMI. PMI is a pretty big one though, I gotta be honest. I know, I'm confident that the direction is down based off of, you can see how the hourly was, right? Look at that, hourly swept up. We closed back below this market swing low. Okay, we have our order block right here. Boom, we just retested up into that. So I'm definitely more bearish on this. The only thing is with PMI, I don't want to get manipulated out of it, and I would never trade pre-news, but the fact that we're already in it and we're already covered, we should be okay here before news, because right before news we're going to be about, I don't know, we're going to be probably about 10 pips up. Let's just see. Let's see what we are pre-news. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we have enough space there, right? In case it pops up 10 pips, even if it goes up 20 pips, I think if we would get slipped, it would get slipped very minimally, because we're already up 10 pips. But yeah, let's just see what's going on. Let's go to the 1 minute. There we go. Okay, so broken down. That's okay. That's okay with me. So let's see where we have this big fair value gap here. What's this? About 2.2. Let's just move our stops, or let's move our take profit under here and call it a day on this one, because I can see it just wicking through this and then just blasting back off again and continuing up, because now we just left equal highs at those levels. And ultimately, if this is that swing low, right, in the bullish state that we're currently in, well then guess what? Like, oh, actually no, let's leave it. Let's leave it at 50%, or the 50%. Let's target 50, which is also right in front of that fair value gap. So yeah, that's cool. We should be good here. Boom. Awesome. Awesome way to end the week there. We still have this one position running for the longs, but that hedge short. So let's just recap, because, okay, let's go to actually the next day. Okay, boom. So our weekend position ended up, it's pretty close to break even, and it probably will sustain that way, but or it probably will take us out at break even, but that's all good. So let's just review or recap wow, we actually pumped up the account heavy on that 35,000. We pumped it up pretty heavily there. I actually don't have 15,000 floating though, like it's only 1,000. So I'm not sure why it says that. We'll have to look at that as to why. But okay, so what did we say? Monday we had the consolidation, sweep up, break back down. We had this long from the hourly rejection block plus the 15-minute order block right here and fair value gap, and then we got that 1 minute confirmation right on it, especially with all those equal highs, and we have the consolidation, boom, manipulation, and then clear, move back up into take out these highs, where right here I could have been definitely looking at the shorts, okay, right from these levels with my stop above this high, and again targeting that low and that fair value gap that was right here, that daily fair value gap, right? So definitely this could have been the play, but it happened, it kind of extended, and it happened in London. I would have taken this for sure, but I wouldn't have been awake, so that's why I didn't move my stop or anything like that. But we entered a short right here after it broke back down. But yeah, we had consolidation, manipulation above midnight open, right up into that point of interest. Beautiful expansion. This would have been the A+ setup for the week, in my opinion, where we had clear directional draw to the downside. And you can see here that, yeah, OTE lines up perfectly with that order block. We hit 1 extension, 1.5 extension gorgeously, 2 extension, and probably hit 2.5 pretty gorgeously, which was that weekly fill. This is where we went long, right? We went long right from here once we saw this level, and we were in that daily fair value gap, but we got a really massive expansion, consolidation, and then we had, what was it? FOMC that pushed back down, and then it gave a beautiful little entry model right here to take out these equal highs into this clean leg, targeting the daily high right here as one daily high right here, and then finally the Monday's current weekly high right there, but it didn't quite get up to there. Okay, we had a little bit of I wouldn't be surprised if that was divergence, you know, with dollar pairs. And so anyways, had that long, and then what else did we have? Did we have a short right here? I don't think so. No, we had a long right here. It would have been a nice short, but the thing is that it left equal highs here. That's why I wouldn't have done it, because yeah, sure, it did take out a daily high right here, but there was nothing here really that would have triggered a short. I mean, I guess you could have said on the 15-minute, you had a swing low here. It was shifted right there. Let's look on the 5-minute. Maybe there was something that I missed that I could have taken. Yeah. I mean, equal lows right here, shift in market structure, comes back up, re-holds this fair value gap like so, and then as soon as you break back out of it and close back below it like that, this could have been a potential opportunity, maybe from down here, once you get that confirmation out, but the risk reward wasn't big enough. Again, I was looking at targeting or these lows, and this right here, as soon as we got that sweep, shift in market structure, well, that order block got closed above, so that's okay for me. If you wanted to wait for the shift in market structure right here, shift in market structure, fair value gap like so, you can see that actually ended up sustaining pretty nicely. If I use that order block right there, then that was exactly where price took off from. But again, I was a little bit more aggressive with it, right, where I just entered directly off of the open of that, and I just put my stop below here, because again, we already closed back below this level, or above that level. So to me, I'm like, okay, well, if we had the change in state already, then we should be good to go, and we should be able to target this high, which is exactly where we got on this intraday play that happened in London, and then NFP on Friday created the beautiful sell. There were definitely opportunities to get in, but again, I didn't want to trade in front of PMI. This was already a little bit too much, and honestly, I probably could have refined my entry, right? Not only, okay, so we have this fair value gap, but at the same time, we have a high, we have a low. I could have at least, if I was going to enter here anyways, I could have at least entered from the equilibrium price point, right, with my stop above this high right there. Okay, I could have at least done that, optimized my risk to reward a little bit. So yeah, could have been a little bit better on the actual positions right there, but at the end of the day, overall, I mean, incredibly profitable. Beautiful long right there, but I wanted to see the shorts come in, so we didn't take any losses. I don't think on this session, or for this week, but it was really good. So let's just take off basically everything right now, and yeah, it does look like it's going to come back down again, to be honest. Let's see what we are still sustaining though, right? Again, if we look at the weekly, if I take off the wicks, let's go wicks. Like, there's nothing bearish about this right now, right? We're still up. We had an inside bar day, sorry, and now, you know, we can definitely see it. We just gapped down, like immediately gapped down all the way down to here, and so we could just start seeing price, you know, expanding to the upside. So again, we do have a big fair value gap down here, so let's be aware of that for sure. But I think ultimately we're still long. Probably just had to take out liquidity, take out this low right there. But yeah, let's see. So we're at the start of, let's go to New York. Yeah, comes back below this low right here, right? Takes out all that low. For London, I'm sorry, for New York, where are we? We do have a rejection block up here that I'd be a little bit cognizant of. Okay, and that's also this, right? Strong high, break back down, OTE, like so. Okay, so we have London's high right here too. So if we can take out London's high, potential shorts back down into the range, that's what I'd be looking at. We'll leave this one on as a runner, as a potential runner to, you know, maybe clear out some highs and like I said, hit the higher time frame targets, which is this one right here, essentially, right? That's what I'd be looking for. So, but again, if we get a short opportunity here, I'm shorting in New York. Okay, so let's look at the 5 minute. Let's let it rock. Let's see. Let's see. I'm just consolidating. It made actually relatively equal highs right up here, so that would kind of deter me from actually taking anything unless we broke back down below this level on the hourly. But again, by that time it's already going to be too late. It's already at 10:30 in the session, so I'm actually more inclined for a bullish move. Like I'm more inclined that it's just going to sustain this 8:30 a.m. open right here, and it's going to continue. I'm not taking this, but I would just anticipate it, right? That we're going to do something like that. Okay, so I would have been stopped out anyways. Because again, like the idea is short, right? As soon as you take out a major liquidity pool up into that rejection block, then yeah, it's more short. So yeah, shouldn't even have changed the buys there. But you can see we slid through this fair value gap on the 15 minute, right? Should have sustained, boom, energetic move out. What do we have? We have a bearish fair value gap, small one, but bearish fair value gap nonetheless on the 15. So this actually could have been an opportunity to get in, short, order block, break back down. Yeah, this is definitely going to continue down, just like anticipated there, honestly. Just wasn't the best because of those equal highs up there. I was kind of a little bit shook on if that was going to happen or not. But yeah, the fact that it already did, and you can see, right, what did we have here? We closed through it. And this is what I was saying essentially with the long that I took before, where it doesn't even have to take out the wick. Like as long as it closes through this level, to me, I'm like, okay, that's good, because that changes state, right? We whip back up into that level, and then now we break back down. So to me, I don't even have to wait for that the actual entire shift for it to happen. It's still valid for me, right? Yeah, and market maker sell model right here. I should have capitalized on that one. All good. Let's go to the next day. All right, it actually ended up failing. Okay, we come right back up. Let's look at the daily again, just see where we're at. Yeah, okay, so now that this failed, right, there is potential that this is now going to be your mitigation block, right? We have a sweep right here into this fair value gap. It still maintained this fair value gap, by the way. If I show you, drag it across, you can see, look at that. Okay, we failed. It came right back down into the lower portion of that fair value gap, break above. If you close back above this on this day, the next day is clearly bullish. Okay, so, but I'm just going to assume that we're going to be bullish because it's just it just is how it's looking as of right now. We did take out a daily high right here pretty inefficiently. So yeah, got to be a little bit careful, and it is still that rejection block. So let's just see. But if we break above this high, then it's definitely going. But yeah, I'm looking at fair value gap. This, we took out that low. Again, this should have sustained, honestly. So the fact that it didn't, this to me is more of a breaker because we have a low here, right? We take out that low and we break back up. That's on the hourly. Yeah, I'm more bullish for sure. We had bullish London right from that level, right? Equal lows, purge in London, accumulation below midnight open, rip up. So yeah, I'm just going to assume continuations are in play here. Don't really have any point of interest or anything that I would personally like to take. I mean, it's probably going to sustain this fair value gap right here. but I would like to see a sweep of some sort first before anything. Yeah, it's gonna go take out that high. There we go, takes out that high. Again, looking at that next liquidity target up there. Classic New York continuation, fair value gap continuation. These are not my plays though. Like I want to see the deeper retracements, like taking an entry from right here, for example, in New York, this OTE right here, like that's just not my style. Like I just don't have any confidence in those at all to enter that high up. Like I would like to see a deeper pullback into this level before any sort of move. But now it's kind of clear that we're gonna be going up. But we did take out major liquidity, so I would just be chilling on this one personally. Plus it's already 11, so I can actually just go to the next New York session. See, and that's why, okay, where we take out that liquidity, even though you're like, yeah, that's my target. Well, guess what? Boom, fails, and then we come back into the range. And so now if you look at the daily is going to be an important viewpoint here. Because what did we see here? Did we see a closure above that level? Yes, we did. Okay, so this now, in my opinion, it should still sustain to the upside. This low on this day should be sustained. We have a swing low, okay? And so I'm more bullish, even though, yeah, the wick was pretty large. The fact that we closed above that level, we could just be coming back down to this level, failure to create a lower low, and then come back up. We're still sustaining that daily fair value gap. And so I would be personally looking at longs. And so if I'm in a state of longs, right? If I'm looking for longs, you can see here, right? Last sequence of down candles, up move, we have liquidity here. We have London's low right here as well. I don't know if it's going to break below London's low, but let's just see. That's where the liquidity would be, and we have session highs up here. Okay, and again, we are what I believe in a bullish state. I believe that this low should be sustained, and so I'm going to be looking at targeting that high. We are below midnight open, which is where we would want to accumulate longs. Okay, so again, I would personally like to see London's low get rated, but the way it's developing, it might not. This looks like an accumulation, but let's just see. Okay, definitely not now. We just shifted market structure, fair value gap. Okay, so I'm actually going to take this. I'll put my stop below here, below London's low, and again, we'll just start targeting. We'll target this high, but ultimately you have these equal highs in London that I'm going to be looking at potentially shedding in Asia, probably in Asia's high actually, because it was better, a little bit better risk reward. So let's actually take a long here and just again reiterate the what happened here. Where's the sweep? Well, the sweep is actually from the overnight lows, right? Consolidation, manipulation, and now we just are getting this shift in market structure right above that 15-minute change in state. So potentially looking at it to go up right from there. So yeah, let's just see how it goes. It's just gonna go up right from here. There we go, we're tagged in. I was just gonna say in the 5-minute, it looked pretty nice that it was just sweep, and then from there, let's look on the 1 hour though. Let's see what's shaking. I don't like the fact that we just came right back up into Asia, into London's order block at midnight open, and we're failing it. That's not what I like to see personally. The way that it looks now, it looks a little bit more bearish, but let's see. I'm still maintaining my bullish bias, and we'll just let it rock. Okay, so what I'm looking at right here, the 5-minute fair value gap, we just closed above it, potentially going to be supporting it on the other side, and we are going to be targeting this high. There we go. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Exactly as anticipated. Let's go to break even there. Let's look at these equal highs getting taken, taking off part of the position just right from here. Okay, and again, so this is Wednesday. So we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? We have this kind of low of the week potential, and we just have a high, low, higher high, easy, I think, target up into around this level. I genuinely do believe that we're going to get back up to there, but just for safety for intraday play, I would like to just shut off part of my position right from these highs right here, specifically because it's already 12 yeah, in the afternoon. Okay, let me actually go to the 5 minute. Big fair value gap here. There we go. Okay, I like this fair value gap. Midnight open, 8:30 a.m. open, so right there. But anyways, I'm gonna shed off about 50% of the position, and then let's just let the rest run to the next day. We should be good though. Like, this should just sustain order flow. But yeah, let's go to the next New York session. Let's see where we're at. Damn, okay, we got taken out. So this is exactly what I would have done, like in real life, honestly, because the flow is up, right? Like I said, the flow is up. So why not target the next you know, liquidity target? So all good, is what it is. We just came back down, retested this level. Could have been because of the timing on that session. So it'll probably, we might get something to enter on again. But so my dog is starting to act up here, guys. So I think I'm just going to cut it for this session. I think we did a good session there, you know, up 39 G's. So good stuff. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for sticking around. Peace.